guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I would like to welcome you to our March Christmas Stampathon Challenge. Now this month's theme is to use some non-Christmas stamp sets. So for this month I am using Peaceful Moments, which is in the January to June mini catalogue. I'm using Floral Essence, which is in the annual catalogue, Swirly Frames, also in the annual catalogue, and Leave a Little Sparkle. The colours I am using are a bit more traditional. I'm using Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Smoky Slate. So I'm just going to pop those up there for the moment. And this is the card that I've made. So in addition to those stamp sets, I have used the layering circle framelits. I have used the Sprig Punch, the Perennial Flower Punch, and I have used Frostwhite Shimmer Paint for some shimmer, and the clear faceted gems. So let's get into making this card. I have already made 6, and your challenge is to make at least 4, but because I make so many cards, I've made a few more than what I normally have, and I have pre-prepared this card a bit. So some of these things I'm going to pop off to the side, and we're going to start with the background. So I'm just going to grab a scrap of paper here, and I'm going to grab the swirl stamp from Leave a Little Sparkle. So this swirl stamp is really versatile, and you can use it on many different styles. Even though it's a girly unicorn stamp, you can use it on many different styles. So basically, while I'm stamping this, I'll talk to you about the Christmas Stampathon Challenge. It's a challenge I do with one of my UK demonstrator friends, Esther, and it's so we are ready when it comes to Christmas time. We're not crazily making Christmas cards, tags, and things like that, and they're going, oh my god, I'm never going to get ahead. So we make at least 4 projects a month, and the challenge is over on Facebook, and we have a new challenge up on the 25th of every month, which is coincidentally Christmas, the 25th of December. So with this background stamp, I'm just alternating which way I stamp it, whether it be swirly side or the straighter side, and I'm just doing that on an angle, and they sort of nestle in together, which is really nice. And just one more here up in the corner. Okay, so I'm finished with that stamping. I will also bring in this card so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to grab the Pretty Peacock and just do some sponging in the background. I've made it pretty not uniform. I've made it a bit cloudy and a bit whimsical, I'd say. Open this one up. Now I've grabbed one of our big Stampin' sponges and just cut it up, and that's how I use it. So I do start off the page or off the piece that you're sponging, just so you don't get any of those harsh sponging lines. And I am working in a circular motion, so I'm going around all the edges first, and then I will go in and fill the middle. And I don't need to fill where this main wreath or circle area is going. I've kept the design fairly simple with the fact you've got a focal point. Okay, I think I am pretty much done here. So you can see that was really simple sponging, changing that Whisper White cardstock into a nice floaty whimsical background. Now I don't need that, but of course I've got ink on my finger, which isn't unusual with me. Okay, so I'm finished with this background piece. Let's look a little simpler here. Now I have already pre-cut, so I have pre-stamped the largest swirly frames, and I have cut it using the largest in the layering circle dies, which are fantastic, so versatile. I grab for this set all the time. So just grabbing these are the moments we look back to with joy, which is from a very non-Christmas stamp set. This comes out of the Poppy, the Peaceful Poppy suite in the mini catalogue, and I just thought the sentiment worked absolutely perfectly. So just ink it up with the smoky slate ink, and I'm just going to pop it like top right, so then we've got some room for our flower. So I've just stamped that down there. Just going to pop that over there, and now I have pre-stamped and punched. I'll show you the punch. So this is the Floral Essence and Perennial Essence punch. So I've just stamped in the poppy paper on Whisper White cardstock. Now I am just curling these petals. Now you can do this with a bone folder. My hands don't like to do it with a bone folder. And then I'm just going to use some of our multi-purpose glue to glue these together. So this, I used these at Christmas time and made some ornaments last year, I think. Yes, last year I did that. So just some little dabs of glue here, and I'm just going to offset it. So 3 of these work really, really well, and I just offset them, and it creates a beautiful full flower. Now I have also punched some vellum sprigs just to add some greenery, but it's not green. So the reason I chose to use vellum is not to make it a really heavy card. So I've used it, but it's still nice, soft and floaty, which is great. So that is together. Please excuse me. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this over, and we're going to take our snail glue, which is our tape runner, and I'm just going to cover. Oh, and of course I'm right at the end, so just bear with me. Do you know what? We're going to change tact. We're going to use some wet glue here and see how we go. Always at the end. So I'm going to pull down, just so I don't get glue everywhere, pull down our silicone mat, and what I want to do is just line this up where I would like it. Grab one of these sprigs. So I want it sitting, and we can nestle some of these petals in here. So I want to nestle this in here, and then grab another one. So you can see I do actually have glue on there, and I'm going to nestle this other one in between. So then we get, I don't think this one's going to want to pick up, unfortunately. I may need to grab some more snail. No, that's going to work perfectly. So this is going to nestle in really nicely, and grab the last one. So we're creating an L around the sentiment. So it creates a nice full. Now let's see if we can do this. I'm going to see if this will work. Pop this on here. Okay, I am back, and we are going to pop this vellum sprig just where it's not obscuring the sentiment. We're going to add a touch more glue because we're also going to be adhering this flower and the sprig to the card all at the same time. So multi-purpose. So we're going to do this. So we've adhered the flower, we've secured the sprig, and these are the faceted gems. So they come in a big pack like that. I am down to my final few, but I thought I'd show you the 3 sizes that come in the pack. I'm going to pop one of those off, make it our center focal point on here, just using our Pick Me Up tool. Okay, and flip this over and pop on some dimensionals. So for our first dimensional, I do want to make sure it goes over the circle and the flower, just so it really doesn't go anywhere and is totally secured to the project. So I do wonder how many of you have popped over to join our Christmas Stampathon challenge. I know we've had a lot of participants this year, which is fantastic, and both Esther and myself are choosing a random winner every month that will get one of our sample cards sent to them in the mail. So just something we can share the love and pass it on, and then everyone can really be ready for Christmas. I think this is my 3rd year. We started it in 2018, so this is our 3rd year, and these have been the easiest Christmas years ever that I have had, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to position this on the card where I would like it, and then bring in my card base and my Poppy Parade layer. So bring back in my multi-purpose glue, and you can see this is, if you sit down in front of the TV and get the flowers done, this is nice and easy to assemble, and as you can see from the amount that I have made, you can get a whole lot done ready for your Christmas. So I do encourage you to pop over. Please, the rain is coming down here at the moment. I apologize if you can hear that out on my pergola. A lovely shower, which is great time for crafting in the house like I am with you. Now the final step for this card is I'll pop it here. I have made up with some rubbing alcohol and our champagne, that's the wrong one, with our Frost White shimmer paint. I have made a mix in one of our Stampin' spritzers, and you get this beautiful, and you will be able to see it in the photos on my blog, you get this beautiful sheen on the card, which, I'm sorry, glitter on Christmas cards, it just screams Christmas. So I'm just going to bring in my messy box here, prop my card. Just going to mix this up. I haven't got very much left, but it should be enough. And I just do 3 or 4 squirts. Now this is empty, so I will need to add, I just add a drop or 2 of the shimmer paint, and then I top the rest up with rubbing alcohol, and this dries really quickly, and it does just make these leaves curl up just a little bit and just adds a little life to the project. So as I said, I have previously made 6. This is my number 7, which is fantastic. So I'm really happy that I have been able to make so many. So one of these will be going to one of our participants. You will have until the 25th of April to get your entries in to be eligible for a random act of kindness card, but you can jump in on any of our previous challenges at any time and share them with us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope that this card has inspired you to add to your Christmas card stash. We look forward to seeing you over at the Christmas Stampathon Challenge on Facebook, which is linked below in the description. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.